What's up, YouTube? It is I, Chris, also known as Mr. 3D Print Wizard. We're gonna do some CAD today because I have a board game. This one right here, Clank, and it has a bunch of bits and bobs. Let's see if the downward camera will show everything. Kind of over here, a lot of bits and pieces. You got little tiny little cubes and a little token for your character, and a bunch of little bits and bobs. And the box is actually pretty well organized. I want to fit them all in here. And this is, maybe some extra stuff can go in here. But I'm mostly going to try to work in this space. I don't really want to do a full conversion. But I'm going to work through this step by step. And remember, I am not an expert in CAD. I am still very much an amateur in the CAD space. But I do enjoy messing in the CAD and doing this kind of stuff, so feel free to stick around, ask questions, talk about board games, talk about 3D printing, talk about CAD, talk about whatever you want to talk about. But the first thing I need to do is, again, I got this iPad. Got my iPad right here, a pen. I'm going to measure this whole dibby-doo and start working with this as my template to build up from to hold all these bits. So to walk you through the process, basically, the first thing you understand is these molded inserts, I think they're just vacuum molded inserts, they all have a draft angle. So you can't really measure the outside edge. Like I could take a tool and measure all the width and length and everything like that. The issue being is there is a slight draft. So basically, if I were to draw this out, which might be hard to see, is it's going to be like this. There will be a little bit of a draft angle. So I need to measure as best I can, approximate the downward face here, the length and width of that. The depth is, of course, going to be just fine. So we need to figure that out. So I'm basically going to draw this box, and I'm going to do some math here. And just have it handy so I remember all the mathematicals here. So let's do the easy stuff first. I'm gonna grab my metric tape measure, because I do everything in the metric system because it is the best system. And our depth is 65 millimeters. So 65. And then we need to figure out the length and width. So let me move my microphone. Hope everyone's having a good day, though. I see I got a couple concurrent viewers right now. Feel free to chat. I'm here. All right. So, got 90 without a draft angle. And 110. So 110 was a little shy. It was actually like 115, 112, 113. So let's do that 110. For the long side, let's do, it's tough, maybe 80. I'm going to do 85. That's a little bit too little. Let's do the 90. I can do a test print block and see if that'll fit down all the way in the bottom. But, all right, back to me. Actually, you know what? We can go to CAD. Right screen. We are in Solidworks. Actually, no, let's go back to overhead. So I just use this to keep the numbers so I can reference them later on. What I have here is each player has their bag of goodies. I got 4 player packs, and these are basically your life tokens / Clank, because the game is interesting. I really like this game. So it's a deck builder with bag building, in a sense, with a little bit of strategy in there, almost Euro-ish, because you're trying to get points. Basically, you're a thief. You try to go into, actually, I'll grab the board. It's right here. You are a thief trying to steal treasure from a dragon. Pull this board out, move the microphone. What's up, mister? How you doing? Oh, I don't have, I'm not using StreamYard. I would love to invite you. I wonder, I haven't set up yet, but I want to get it to work through Discord. Because StreamYard, the price has gone up way too much, man. I can't do $45 a month for something I use so infrequently. But we definitely should do a stream. But here's the board. Basically, you start here, and this is the upper level, and these are the, you know, like the depths underground where the dragon lives. And you kind of go through the board. And I want to make a little tray to hold the monkey tokens here. I want to make a tray to hold the market tokens here. And the health tracker down here is fine. Got not much else going on. Could use the free StreamYard. Yeah, the free one, man, it's just so I can't do it, man. It's just their whole model has just gone away. But I've learned that you can use OBS and Discord to get people in. And I was setting it up, I just never got it done. There's a free website that will let people use their Discord to get into, and then you can like steal the video from Discord and pop people in just like you would in StreamYard, and it costs nothing. And then you can do like multicam, because that's really what I want. I want to be able to do multicam. You know, I can do, oh, look, it's me and my overhead camera and my overhead with me in it. And that's what I hate about StreamYard is they keep adding new features, and then they just keep upping the. I mean, it used to be like $10 for the second package, which gave you like HD and second, like, you know, and a few other options. And then it was like $15, and then they added like a couple extra features, and then it was, you know, $25, and then it just went to $45. And I'm like, no, we're just going to use OBS and go with it. And then I learned some tricks to get around it so I don't have to use whatever. But let me see here. I think I remember how to do it. 1 second. I can build this in real time. Let's see. I have a scene here. Let me open up my Discord real quick. Actually, my Discord is open. Whoa, that's not fun. Hold on, let me see if I can pop you in. Oh, do I have a microphone in here? Oh, I do have a microphone in here. Those are all my scenes. Main cam. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. Let's open up Discord. I'm going to put my headphones on. Did you still do Rocky Mountain this year? Let's see, Discord. And there's my gaming dungeon. Let me invite you. Invite. Oh, that's not even there yet? You crazy man, you. Yep, yeah, I'm just gonna figure out the I'm gonna add you to my other gaming Discord. I have a Discord where I do all my board gaming and gaming stuff. So I added you to that Discord, and then I'm gonna figure out how to add people into this. And I think I know how to do it. I don't remember the exact method, but yeah, I'll figure it out. If not, I'll be here. But yeah, let's do some. Okay, right screen. Yeah, Bill. I mean, that sounds like the planning of anything that's intricate. So with my fancy CAD magic over here, not CAD magic, a fancy drawing magic. So yeah, there's a lot of Discords, but it's easy enough. I put them in folders. I have all my 3D printing ones in one folder, all my mechanical keyboard ones in one folder, all my friends ones in one folder, all acquaintances in another folder. It makes it easier. And then if I don't go to one for a while, I just, you know, remove myself, and then people go, hey, you want to go hang out in my server? Wait, I thought I added you. Be like, oh, it must have auto removed me, because it does do that. But yeah. But so we've got 90 millimeters by 110 by 65, so quite a bit of volume. And I mean, when I look at all this, I mean, this is literally all of it right here. This is everything that I need to put. So I got, like, I need a gold coin holding area. These things with the question marks and a few bits and bobs here are things that I just need a tray to hold in. And yeah, once they're in that tray, I mean, you're just gonna take it all out and put it on the board. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Yeah, we'll see you in a bit, dude. And then, of course, your player thing. So I have this out. Let's go ahead and figure out. So I've got half of that. What does this even measure out to? Oop, that magnet's stuck to that. And this is 3/4 of designing stuff is just measuring stuff and going, will that work? All right. Player token pack, 75 millimeters by, again, this is all rough. I don't have to be exact, because 75 by 50. Well, that works, because I can literally just do 90 by 145 by 110, which will get me everything. Or I do keep the 90 and half the 110. I think that's actually better. Yeah, we'll do 90 by 65. Oh, no, 55. Let's build a rectangle. So I'm doing an assembly in SolidWorks. So all an assembly is it's basically you can build a bunch of parts into one, you know, program. We're going to keep the 90, so 90 will be our long side. And then our short side will be half of 110. Look at that, 110 divided by 2. Boom, 55. Look at that magic. That's going to be our base. Now, how tall does it have to be? Our tallest piece, we measure it, is our player token. And our player token is 10 millimeters thick. 10 millimeters thick. Do I want to get fancy? Do I just want a tray that holds everything? I mean, it makes sense. You're not going to use the tray besides holding your cubes afterwards. So we will give it 11 millimeters. That should be fine. So what we'll do, what I like to do, this is just going to be an easy one. We'll just do, oh, hold on, discard exit changes. Edit component. See, you can watch me from the start because I messed that up. Catch. I wasn't in a part. Mention 90. 110 divided by 2. Boom. And feature and extrude boss base. We'll make it 11 millimeters. Boom. Basically, we built the cube that everything's going to go within. And we'll go from there. I'll give it some rounded corners and such afterward. So, sketch. Convert entities. Boom. And then we're going to offset entities. Actually, you don't have to convert. Control Z. Offset it. We're going to go reverse. We're going to go 2 millimeters. So basically what we're doing is we're taking the outside dimensions, shrinking them by 2 millimeters to make an inset. Boom. And you know what? I did that wrong. But we can fix this in post. And then feature, extrude cut. And we'll go 11 millimeters in. And we got to go back to this, and this is why I like doing this, edit feature. We're going to go 13. So basically what I forgot to do, and there we go, we have a box. What I forgot to do was take the thickness of the container. So basically what I wanted was make a container. And there's an easier way of doing this. I can literally just, I think there's actually a feature specifically for making containers in here. And Grubby, Mr. Zebra, has taught me this many a times. But I like to be stupid and take the longest amount of steps possible to make something. So yeah, literally a perfect component tray. We'll make it look pretty here shortly. That's all it really needs. I mean, I really just want a tray. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to round the inside of the bowl out so you can grab the pieces out easier. I will do that now. We'll go to features and we'll do fillet and we'll grab the whole profile. We'll do what? 3mm? Maybe 4mm. And I'll just give it a nice rounded edge on the inside so you can grab your pieces. Let's edit that fillet. Edit feature. And let's see if I can get kind of like the ones with more of a rounded corner, so I might actually not do this way. So let's delete the face. Let's go ahead and do a fillet on the inside. This. Save that, and then do another fillet. And then we'll propagate that side. So now I have rounded corners and the fillet, so that actually makes that nice little bowl shape. So that's what we kind of want. And actually, let's increase that. Let's edit that feature. Let's do 5mm. Yeah, there we go. And basically what it's going to do is going to make a nice little bowl for you to scoop the parts out. I don't think I have any parts next to me that I've built in the same fashion. But again, and I'm not going to do the outside corners yet because I like to do that outside the part. And I'll show you why later on. Solidworks is an interesting creature. Turn this thing off too. Perspective, that looks better. I need to set that feature to be permanently on. That would help out a ton. But this is a, let's rename this thing. And rename part. And we're going to call that player tray. And we'll save for now. Save to this PC. Where did the save dialog go? Alright. Where it is? Word. Solidworks. Board game. New folder. Clank. Solidworks assembly. Where was it saving before? That's so weird. That. Then what we need to do is, I want to sneeze. Coming. Whew. We need to make some copies of this. So, where is that at? We need to get where that is. All right. Here's Okay, here we go. Pattern. Boom. Oh, direction. Components to pattern. Boom. See, this is why I don't do that much CAD stuff. I always forget where things are because I use it so infrequently. Oh, no wonder I couldn't save the species. I was still in the part. There's 2 of them. And we need to do your component pattern. Boom. Direction upward. Nope. There you go. Direction. This base. This line. Oh, delete. There we go. Is -. Huh. Oh, whatever. Delete. Okay. We have the 2 component trays. Should fill it beautifully in there. And we need a few other gizmos and gadgets. What else do I want? You pull that out. It's got everything you need in it. I think the next thing that will stack on top of that should be a tray to hold all of the bits that go onto the board. So let's build a new part. Go right on top of those. Rectangle tool. That is my reference. And let's figure out what thickness we need. So we need all the components that are going to go onto the board itself. So that's going to be overhead. Going to be these treasure tokens, these little hidden things, and these little hidden things. So all these have to fit on top. I think the best way of doing that, which would be got a lot of room to play with, might be maybe a way to stack them such a way where they can be grabbed easily and just put out on the board. So let's go ahead and build a tray. The tallest piece. Going to be these hex ones, or is it going to be the circle? Let's find out. It's going to be the hex piece because the circle fits directly in there. All right, easy peasy. So we need our calipers. All right. So got about 28 millimeters. All right, and the tallest stack. So boss base. So 28 plus 2 is going to be 30 to 31. 31 millimeters. Boom. Sketch on top. We'll do an offset entity first. Boom. And then we will here should cut and blind offset from surface, bottom edge, 2 millimeters. Boom. We'll do the same fillet. Okay. More fillet. Boom. And then we could do quite a bit with that. So we can put all the coins on one side. What are my widths here? Get my little doohickey-mabobber again. So 27. So we're going to do 28. And again, I think we said 28 as well over here. What's the longest edge? So if we went diagonal to diagonal, we got 31. So 1, 8, 31. Hey, what's up, Ryan? 21. That should take care of those 3 items. Okay. Go ahead and do a sketch on top. We'll do some construction lining here. So we'll do a line. Do a line over here. Don't have to go anywhere just yet. Lining this out real quick. So 31. 31 is my widest. I think I should be able to fit both in. So we'll do a line from here to escape. Dimension 32. And how thick are these? I stacked all the treasure tokens together. How tall is that? Yeah, Ryan, Tim and I played Clank yesterday, and we played Kabuto Sumo, and we played something else too, Dive. Here, and that's going to be 12. And we'll go give them 18 millimeters. Okay. How tall is this stack? These question marks. Not very tall. about 20. So 20 line over here. Here to here. 20. Oop, not 2. Give me the 20. Got all this nonsense over here. Let's see. I have unused Prime benefits. Oh, thank you, Amazon. And the rest of it can be used for coins. It's a pretty big coin box. Ooh, I can make... I think I know what I'm going to do. Let's discard, change, and exit. We're going to delete. Delete. Yes. So this is going to hold... We have things that we're going to do here. All right. So delete this cut. Yes. Delete this sketch. Oh, don't rename it. Delete the sketch. New sketch. All right, what we're going to do instead is we'll make little perfect spots for everything to go, because there's just a lot of space. This is the fun thing about designing this is we got so much to work with. So let's go ahead and make a new plane. So features, reference geometry. Oh, yep, I have to do that outside of that. Boom. Discard, changes, and exit. Reference geometry plane. Plane. Direction. 2 millimeters. Boom. Sketch on this plane. Okay. Circle. So we said that was going to be 28. So let's do... Look at all that room. Well, we haven't... Done. Okay. Hey, give me the dimension tool, dang it. $31? Nope, I did that wrong. 31 divided by 2 is 18.5. If I hold Alt, then Control. I keep forgetting what the button is to select the outside perimeter. 29 divided by 2 plus 2. 18.5. We actually want that level, so 29. Nope, 29 divided by 2 again. There we go. And I could just, you know, bad dimension. Bad job, Chris. Delete. Much easier to select this, make tangent. There we go. No matter if I change anything, it's always going to be tangent to the plane. Okay. Then we'll take the line tool. Find that tangent point. This. Go to here. Boom. This side. Boom. Okay. And what do we say the thickness was? 18.2, so let's do 20. Feature, cut, all of that, do blind, 20. Now there's a little place for that. I want simple, and I'm getting complicated. Oh yeah, overhead with main. We're getting complicated. I don't know if we should stay this complicated. Yeah, we'll keep going. Then always the hard part about designing stuff. I really should sketch this out on a drawing. So I'm looking at this like, all right, I'll cut the hole for that and do that, and I'll put the next piece back here so that you can grab the pieces out with your fingies. You know, but then it's like, just throw it in the area it needs to go. And it's just so much easier. I do like the rounded tray. Maybe I'll do the tray all the way to the end and make it big enough for these hex pieces too. No, I think I'm going to go back to what I was doing. So let's delete this, and also please take the absorbed features. Yes. Then we'll delete this plane. I don't need this anymore. Yeah, we'll do what we're doing. I think I can figure this out. Sketch. Oh, my neck. Offset entities, reverse, boom. And there's an easier way. Hold on. Let me see if I remember how Grubby taught me how to do this. Let's see here. I think there's a feature, and it's called box shell. There it is. 2 millimeters. Leaving open the face. Oh, okay. Like this. Shell. preview. There we go. Yep, that's the fast way of doing it. Oh, me so silly. Why does the perspective keep changing? I don't want anything but that perspective. Okay. I'm going to put a tray inside here. Line here for the coin bank. Man, the coin bank. This is so tall for the coin bank, though. One for fives, one for ones. That works. Okay. So, yeah, leave this. But if I do that, why would I have a box for it to hold all of it in there? Oh. Decisions. What do I want to do? See, this is the hard part. Kind of understand what I want to do. Because I want a box. And then I want one section of that box for the treasure tokens, one for the large, and then one for the small. And then all I have left are coins and these little itty bitty monkey treasure token trays. I have all this room here. And these coins barely take up any space. These things barely take up any space. Interesting, interesting. Layer trays are good. Let's just make it smaller. Let's do a little bit of tomfoolery here. So, I've got this. We got these. We have these, and they all have to go in one little tray. So, I've got 90 millimeters to work with. What does that look like? Oh, yeah, that'll fit. All right, so I'm thinking I were to make a little tray. I can hold all of these pretty loosely. I can fit that within 90 millimeters, right? Let's take one of each of these. Boop, boop, boop. So there's 90. Got a little gap in between each one. Doesn't have to be that full height. Okay, feature 31. We'll do 20. Okay. Sketch. We'll do a line, dead center, boom, boom, escape. Line. Line 30. This needs to be at least magnet. 31, I think I said. Yeah, about 31. About 30. Okay. And we're going to do a cool feature that Grubby taught me, which is assembly. Oh. Oh, wait, what? Not in the part. On the part, edit component. There we go. Sketch. Try that again. Halfway point. S key up. One. Smallest I can make that. It's 28. Yeah, 28. 28. And then we will use the feature and we'll do rib. We need meter. It'll give me 2 millimeter. Oh no, it's a total of 1. Boom. There we go. Oh, you didn't see any of that. Oh my gosh. So, edit sketch. So basically, I drew the lines for each tray. And so this one right here will hold the treasure tokens. This one will hold the large, I don't know what they're called, the big question mark, and this will hold the small question marks. And literally, you just hit feature and then rib up here. And when you do that, boom, let me exit that and edit feature. Go to the rib feature, and you can select how thick you want the ribs, and it automatically sends each line straight down. So that way, when if one of these trays is wrong, I can quickly redimension. So let's say like edit sketch. So let's say I wanted this one to be 25. Let's say enter. Boom. It did all the math. So now that works exactly as it should. So edit sketch. We'll go back to 28. Oh, I have to subtract 2 millimeters. Well, I didn't think about that. Ooh. Ooh. There's a millimeter missing here. A millimeter missing on this side. So this is actually needs to be 30. This needs to be 33. Boom. So now that distance is correct. So I need to take that in consideration when I do any ribs like that in the future. Then this is where the coins will go. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I'm learning. Need one little area to hold the rest of the bits and bobs. I also need to do some corner rounding. Let's do that right now. So let's go to, no wait, we won't do that yet. We will do, there's not really any other components besides these little tiny other bits and bobs that go on the board. And then something to hold the coins. All right. Interesting. What do I want to do? Why does it keep changing back to the other perspective? But there. Save. Those are all protected well. Do this component here. Let's go back to this part. Add a component. And that is 13 millimeters. So we have we have 65 minus 13 minus 13, 39. This tray height (20). This have 19 millimeters of space. Do I want to make a little card holder for each player? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I can. That'd be some thin walls. Well, maybe we'll increase the height. Instead of 20, we'll go 25. It's the thickness of these 10 cards. 4 millimeters. Pondering. So clear all. 55 minus 26, 39. Right now I'm at 20 millimeters, so it's going to be 19. Could make little card holder trays. That way the cards are set for everybody. Just pull out the little card thing. Here you go. Here's your starter deck. Especially if I sleeve them, they'll be thicker. I wonder if I have some sleeves stored away still. 29 minus 30. The way it was. I do need to fit all the coins and everything else. I mean, I could just throw it all in there. Make one little slot for the other bits and bobs. Do is we'll edit this sketch. And this line right here. And here to here. Escape. Boom. Coins will go in here. Bits and bobs here. Bits and bobs here. This in here. Okay, that works. And let's go to fillet tool. Go to, we'll do a little less on the corner. We have a lot more. Ooh, 3 still looks like a little rough. Nope. Delete that face. Sorry, microphone. We'll zoom in so I don't miss those. Oh. Again. Change this. Okay, and change that to, oh, I'm at 5. 3 millimeters. Good enough. Then we'll do another fillet. Select each one of these trays. And this one will do 5. That's fine. That makes it easier to grab all the bits and parts out of there. Done. Sketch. This one's going to be a little difficult. Oh, that's something I didn't measure. Yeah, that's not going to work. I can't get 2 sets of cards in there the way I want to. So really what I need is I need a spacer. I'll just put a tray in there. So 19 millimeters, you say. All right. Boom. Card. And insert component. New part. Boom. Rectangle. Space. 19 millimeters. Boom. Going to shell. Done. Fillet. Okay. Fillet. Tray. Boom. All right. That is everything. We've built the inserts for the game. Those player tokens and filler tray. Save. Save all. Save internally. All right. That should do it. So if we hide this, oop, wrong one. Yeah, there's a little tray that'll hold all the main tokens for the game, so they're easily accessible and organized in their areas. So treasure tokens, the main item tokens, the small item tokens, and then the other pieces, and then of course the coin bank will go here. Then below that, boom, got the player trays, which are just simple trays. Just throw all there, because then they can sit right in front of there. Ooh, the only thing I have to do is add a bunch of fillets. So assembly feature, fillet. This is why I do it last. Because then I can steal the features. Previous row. Oopa. No, no, no. Oh. Oh, no faces. Oh, why does it take away the other? Interesting. Here, it deletes the one and leaves the other. I mean, that's fine. Then feature. Yep. Okay. Let's keep them both. No. Okay. Stop being rude. Hmm. All right, let's go ahead and there we go. There we go. That was way more work than it had to be. Now everything has a nice round corner. All right, and then we'll go back to regular, save. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Oh, microphone too close to face. Too close to face. File, export as. Go with step file. Solidworks. Board games. Oh. See if it exported all of them. Solidworks. Clank. Nope, it gave me, yeah, I gotta do each individually. All right. That's fine. Air tray. Export as. Export. I think it did it again. All right. Export. Ah, here we go. There we go. Oh, dang it. Export as. Here, don't select anything. File. Export as. Okay. Games. All right. Let's take a look here. Let's Orca slicer this up. Cancel. All right. Solidworks. Board games. Part 3. Player tray. Part 2. Oh. No. Come on. Come on. 3 copies. Hey, it all fits on one tray. Look at us go. Sweet. Place plate. How long does it take? 4 hours? Yep. About 4 hours. 3 hours and 48 minutes. Man, I got this down to a science. So, what I'll do, instead of doing all this, prepare this one item and see if that fits all the way in the bottom and see if we need to do any adjustments. So, slice plate. And we will export this later. See if Justin comes back. But we'll go back to main face. Boom. So yeah, I mean, that's basically how I design inserts for games. I mean, I make super simple inserts. Sometimes I get a little crazy. Not very often. I went a little crazier on Spooktacular, making inserts actually fit pieces where they needed to go, but for the most part, very simple inserts. I do kind of want to make some more interesting inserts in the future, but you know, I kind of find that my brain don't work as well that way. Some people make some incredible inserts. one that I have for Abomination is really good. But other than that, here, yeah, it's kind of fun making inserts. I mean, especially when they don't have ones you want. Like I just wanted to have things I can pull out and set down, like a player one. Here's, you know, your red player. Here's your red ones. You know, blue player. Here's your blue ones. Everything's in there, and then you can keep the pieces in front of you. So you have a little tray to hold all your little rectangles, your little cubes in front of you. No one really had that. They had more like a box that hold everything in there, and then you pull everything out individually. I'm like, no. Galaxy Trucker had some really cool inserts. Overhead. Like, this is ridiculous. This is like next level for inserts. So like, here's this little tray that holds this piece, and then like individual coins and player tokens. And then inside this player token is more tokens that inset into there. You know, individual little boxes. These boxes have a little handle, so you can pull them out. I mean, again, like, you can get pretty intricate with inserts and things. There's even more in here somewhere, I think, for creativity. Ugh. Oh yeah, there's a little additional holder for your clock. I mean, I would love to see how they design everything. I'm guessing they do an entire assembly, so they'll probably design the entire box that everything goes into, and then they build everything into it, so that way they know it fits. Versus someone like myself who looks at, you know, each component, goes, how do I want the components to be? So, yeah. Everyone does things a little differently, so it's kind of cool. But how long have we been streaming for? An hour and 15 minutes. That took me an hour and 15 minutes. Jeez, I'm getting slow. But I guess we'll, you know what, we'll unbox a board game. How about we do that? There's a game I want to unbox. It's actually in the other room. So let me go ahead and put all this stuff to the side, because I'm going to print those inserts. I can't do it now. It's going to be a little loud. I need to print that one insert to make sure that fits into the tray. The little blow molded tray. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, then I got to do some adjusting. But, all right. He's moved over. What do I want to open? What do I want to open? You know what? I'll be right back. I'm going to hit the standby button. Where is it? Where's my standby button? I'm back with Twinkle Twinkle. Yeah, I know, not the fighting badass super cool game name title, but Pretty fun game. I played it on Board Game Arena. It's actually really good. It's a constellation building game. Let's go with the overhead camera. So, yeah. You build constellations, and it's got a bunch of cool clear tiles, and I really want to take a look at it. So let's open this thing up and see what's inside. And I remembered my good knife, so I don't have to use the super sharp, crazy X-Acto knife that I had over here. Move the microphone a little bit out of the way. Much better for the glare. Yeah, twinkle, twinkle. Oh, we're gonna have to design something for this. It's a tray full of clear, it's a bag full of clear tile. I mean, I guess it goes inside that bag there. Wow, these are thicker than I thought. These are, yeah, because you can flip them any direction you want. Yeah, here's the bag they go in, which has got a bunch of constellations on it. Actually, again, this is a really nice bag. Got actual metal clasps and everything on here. A dry erase board marker. Your cat astronauts. And a fish. And yep, your constellation boards. You build your constellations on. And then a dry erase board for scoring. That's cool. And here's all the different scoring trays here. We'll pop these out. Yeah. No! Oh, yeah, so you get different scoring things per turn. We might have to make a little tray for this. That'll be on a different stream. I don't have a ton of time today. But that's done. Look at that. Boom, boom. Guess I cut these bad boys out. Yeah, this is crazy. I just really dug the super clear tiles. Like, I hope they stay clear. They think they're acrylic. Could just be injection molded plastic tiles, which would mean maybe over the years they start to yellow. Maybe they won't. Baggies. But everything should go into this. It should live there. It's kind of like Ra. I don't know if you guys have ever played the game Ra. It has a whole bunch of pieces. And they all go to one giant bag. Oh, one fell out. Yeah, here, see a little constellation. You're basically building a constellation, like there'll be an asteroid belt that comes through, or asteroids that come through in comets. And then you've got black holes. And it changes the scoring depending on what's going on. Everything fit. Oh, look at that. It's got the little closing pieces. This is pretty nice production. All Play does really good with the production. I will say that. But will it all fit back in? Yeah, this is the same problem I have with Ra. Once you close the bag up, the pieces just don't want to smush back into the bag. But that definitely does need an insert. I mean, this is just loosey-goosey in here. But that's Twinkle Twinkle. A nice, easy unboxing. Nothing crazy. Yeah, look at the rule book on this game. It is... There's not very many pages. But basically, yeah, you're building a constellation, and like how big the constellation is, and how many points you get for satellite. Like satellites have to be in a certain position next to planets, and planets can't be next to each other; they lose points. So yeah, it's a real simple game. And then we've got our crazy intricate games that I play, but I know my friends sure do enjoy not having to learn intricate rules every single time they show up to play a board game. Right, Ryan? Oh, no one's in chat right now. Me talking to myself right now. All right, that goes in there, that goes there, and boom. That's Twinkle Twinkle. All right, let's go ahead and put away our cardboard into our recycling bin. And I'm going to have lunch and 3D print those inserts I just designed, at least the first one. Again, I have it already sliced and ready. We will take care of that shortly. See if that fits, and then if that fits, I'll print everything else. And yeah, I think that's about it. So, again, thank you everyone for coming to the stream, and appreciate you spending your time with me. We will definitely do some more CAD stuff soon. I got more games to open up. The endless collection of games in the Shelf of Shame continues to grow. So we keep playing games from it. So again, the rule is as long as I play a game from it, I can buy a game from it or add to it. But they even have the new version of Clank, Clank Catacombs, which is even more highly rated because Clank you saw had one board where you kind of moved around, so it's kind of same over and over again. It is what it is. But then they made a version that has tiles, so you build the map new every time. So every time you play the game, the board is different. Well, to be fair, it could be the same, but chances are it will not. Yeah, I've got other games in here that have not been played, and they really should. So I need to play some of these games. I need to get the gaming group here regularly. Gosh darn it. We've been kind of splitting up. Everyone's got life. If it ain't work, it's bowling. If it ain't bowling, it's marriage. If it ain't marriage, it's I don't know. Fishing. I think one of the gentlemen likes to fish. Steven. So yeah. Hope everyone had a good time, and I hope all of your prints come out fantastic. So keep on printing, keep on making, keep on playing games, and just keeping that mind active because, it's fun, man. So thank you all, and may you have a wonderful rest of your day.